Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So on today's video we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful butterfly with organza ruffles all round. So this is a butterfly dress that has organza ruffles all round, and there is a belt inside that you use to snatch your front, that is your tummy area. So let's get right into the video. So first of all, you're going to fold your fabric into four. Please fold your fabric into four. So all together I have 28 inches of this. Like after folding into four, when you measure from the folded part, you get 28. I'm sorry I couldn't get that part. So next I got my neck width, which I used 4.5 inches for the width, and for the depth, because it's into four, that means I'm cutting both the front and the back piece. So first of all, you're going to do your back neck, because the back neck is going to be a high neck and the front is going to like come down more. So you're going to do your back neck for the both. Remember, we are cutting do both the front and the back. That is why we folded into four. So I drafted out my back neck, which is 4.5 inches width by 1.5 inches depth, and then I slanted my shoulder. Remember, all together what I folded was 28 inches. That means if you open it up, you have 40, you have 50 something inches. Do you understand? So I folded 28 inches for this. So slanted your shoulder and then you cut out. So this is a butterfly. It's actually very simple to make. It's actually very simple to make. The only unique thing about this style is the organza ruffles all round. So this is it. I have my butterfly ready. I'm also going to split it up. Remember, I folded into four. After the first folding, I folded again, so it is into four. So after this, I'm going to remove the one I'm going to use for the back. So I'm going to remove the one that is inside, which I'm going to use for the back. And you see it's two, the front piece and the back piece. So I have removed one, so I'm going to use this one as a front piece. So I'm going to draft out the neck for this. So I already have my neck width 4.5 inches. So for depth, I used 4 inches for the neck depth and I cut out. Can you see? So, and I created that small circle on the front. Can you see how I did that? And I also cut out. So this is it for the neck, for the front. Can you see the neck? Can you see the neck? So next I'm going to cut my organza. This is a very quick tutorial and it's very simple and easy to make. So I folded my organza. Fold as many as you want. So in total I used 6 yards of organza for this dress. So initially I bought 3 yards, but then I later had to add up. So for the width I used 14 inches, so that by the time I fold I will have 7 inches. Now you can decide to use 10 inches, so that by the time you fold you have 5 inches, so you can decide to use 12 inches, so that by the time you fold you have 6 inches. But I used 14 inches, so that by the time I fold I will have um, 7 inches. So this is me cutting my organza and this is 14 inches. So you cut as many as I used 6 yards of organza in a whole for this dress. Please guys, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for always coming back, and please let me know in the comment section if this video is being helpful to you. So after this I'm going to start sewing. I'm done cutting. It's very simple and easy to cut. So I'm going to start sewing. First of all, I'm going to turn my neck with my bias. So you're going to use bias to turn the neck. Can you see? This is my bias. So let's get straight into turning the neck. So So you're going to sew. Remember, you're placing your bias. How to sew turn the neck of a dress with a bias. You place your bias directly on the front of the outfit, of the material, sorry, and then you sew. So after sewing, you're going to turn it in, so it will now, the roughness will now go to the back of the outfit. So if you're sewing, you're going to place it in the front so that when you turn over, it goes to the back. So first of all, I sewed the circle that I made in front of the dress, the circle that I made on the neck, and then I notched. I'm notching because it's a circle. If I just turn it over like that, it's not going to be smooth. So you notch so that by the time you turn it over, it is going to be smooth. So after that, I turn and then I turn my bias. Can you see? You turn the back and then you turn over your bias and sew in place. Can you see? Sew in place. Sew in place. Sew in place. And then after sewing this circle, I will go ahead and then sew the round neck. Can you see? This is the circle. Can you see how it is? Can you see? So I'll now go ahead and also use bias to turn the neck as a whole. This is the front piece that I'm making. Can you see? So when I'm done, I cut out and then I also turn over to the back and sew just like I did for the circle. Can you see? So you also turn and so this is very fine and very neatly sewn. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Turn over and sew. So we are also going to do this for the back piece. We're also going to do this for the back piece. This is the front piece is ready. So we're also going to turn the neck of the back piece using the bias, using our bias. So now I'm sewing for the back. This is the back of the dress. This is the back of the dress. So when you're done with that, you also turn and you also sew down. Can you see? Can you see? So after this, you're going to join the shoulders. You're going to join the shoulders of the front and the back piece. You join the shoulders of the front and the back piece. You join the shoulders of the front and the back piece. Can you see? This is the second shoulder. I'm joining the second shoulder. So after joining the shoulder, the next thing we are going to do is to sew our organza all round. Remember, you're going to fold your organza. Please do not use iron, do not press your organza. If you want the ruffles to be fluffy, please do not press your organza. You're just going to fold, and you're going to start pleating on the dress all round. Can you see? I've already done pleated to an extent here. I've already pleated to an extent here before I started filming. So you just use your hand to pleat your gathers. I have a video on this channel on 3 different ways to make your gathers, and this is one of the ways to make my gathers. You can go back and check out that video on 3 different ways to make your gathers. So you start pleating. So I'm using my hand to, you start gathering. So I use my hand to gather. This is the style I chose to do because I want my gathers to be more full, so that the dress, the organza, is going to be fluffy. That is the intention. At this point, if you have not hit on the subscribe button, please kindly do so. Kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to drop your questions and your thoughts and your corrections via the comment section. So I'm gathering. Can you see the way I'm using my hand to gather? At the end, you're going to see the result of these gathers. It's looking very fine and very fluffy. You just gather all the way round the whole butterfly, like all round the whole butterfly. So this cost me 6 years of organza. As I had said earlier, I was thinking 3 years would be enough, so I bought 3 yards initially, but by the time I'm done using the 3 yards, I had only gone halfway. Like, it was just halfway that the 3 yards could take me through, so I had to go and buy another 3 yards. So I used 6 yards for this butterfly dress. I used 6 yards, 6 yards, and it was worth it, guys. The result, the outcome of this dress was a bomb. It made sense. So I'm still making my gathers. So you keep making your gathers till you go all the way round the whole butterfly, all the way round. So this is it. Can you see how fluffy it is? So this is it after I am done making the gathers. So next I'm going to mark out where I will close as my butterfly. So I got the center. This is the center of the dress, and from the center I went to both sides by 12 inches. So from this center I went to one side by 12 inches and I marked it out, and I came down from the upper part. I came down with 11 inches. Can you see? So from the center I went to 12 inches, and from up I came down by 11 inches. Can you see? From up I came down by 11 inches. Can you see? So, and I did the same for the second side. From the center I go out by 12 inches, and down past from the up I come down by 11 inches. Can you see? And that is where I sewed my butterfly. Remember, you're sewing from the front, and this is the outcome, guys. This is very beautiful. You needed to see this on the body of the owner, because it's not mine, it's for a customer. But guys, trust me, this was very fine. Thank you very much for watching that.